Hello, everybody, and welcome to Racing Recap, straight from Racer's Heart. Last episode of the 2024 Veteran Bike Racing Series season. One thing that is very unfortunate is, for some reason, my flashlight is not turning on for videos now, which is very unfortunate. Either I forgot how to do it or it just doesn't work anymore. So that is unfortunate that I cannot do that. So I have to do it with my room turned on at about, I think it's 12:40 now that I'm filming this. And this is 12 days now after the championship. Technically 11, but it's August 1st, so 12. But I'm going to talk about the championship race. First race that I have missed for injury in this league ever, and second race that I have missed at this track in the past 2 years. One, because I just came back from Indy and I did not want to do it. This time for an actual reason, because I got hurt. And unfortunately, it was a championship race. So this was the track. It's at the original course that we do. It was the two biggest races, the championship race and our July 4th Crown Jewel race, were combined this year. And it was a good race. It was between my best friend Zach, one of my best friends, Zach, at least my best friend that does this, and my mom. And it was a good race. It was really close throughout the way. I mean, Zach doesn't have the best stamina, and he knows that. I'm not taking a shot at him, but he knows that. And that's what he does. He doesn't have the best stamina, but he makes himself very wide on the bike. Like, you cannot pass him. He is very hard to get around, and that is why he finally became champion. It was the first race that he made this year, and it was a championship race, a race that he had been working hard to get to, but he just never could show up. He finally showed up and won the championship, which is really cool. I mean, that track's really hard to pass on, and that's why I call it a good championship. It's probably one of the best championships we've had, but I'd say last year's was better since me and Josh were duking it out. Fortunately, no video of that race, only memories in my head. And if I'm not mistaken, that race is going to be 1 year old, or the 1 year anniversary of that race is going to be Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. Saturday or Sunday, one of the two. Or maybe even Friday. But I do know for sure Friday is going to be the 3-year anniversary of my last championship in this series back in 2021. My second back-to-back, my second of two so far in this league era. And that was a dominant night. A night that I will never forget. There'll be videos posted about that soon. Probably tomorrow. Anyway, I'm here to talk about the championship and not myself, because I was not involved. I was the flag man, but Zach dominated. It was his best race of his career at this point. There was one point where my mom got the lead and she won a stage. There was 4 stages. That's what we do in the championship race, 4. But Zach got the lead immediately right back, and he could just hold on, and he never really lost the lead. It was really, really cool of him. It was a really cool performance to watch. He dominated. My mom couldn't pass him. She only passed him during the pit stops. And Zach immediately took it back and never looked back. But one thing that was a little bit of a deflating factor was there was so many people around for the championship race, which sucked because we kind of had to do it. We were on a time crunch because Zach literally left like a half an hour, no, 15 minutes after the race ended, basically 15-20 minutes. But we got it done. Unfortunately, that was a factor, and people can be jerks sometimes, which is unfortunate. But got the race done. But I'll go through the race summary. I gotta stop bullshitting. I gotta give y'all a paint a picture of the race. Zach got pole over Mom, barely. It was close. I think no. Zach was actually 2 seconds ahead. What am I talking about? And he goes out, dominates stage one, wins the stage. He then loses his AirPods cover, and we have to go and find it. We find it on the warm up lap, and Zach puts it in my pocket. He had AirPods during the race. I don't know why. Well, I shouldn't say I don't know why. I think he likes to listen to music, but unfortunately they fell out twice, and luckily I wasn't racing, so I could just put them in my pocket for him. So yeah. Anyways, stage two is another 15 lap race. It was a 75 lap race. Stage one ended lap 15, stage two lap 30, stage three lap 45, and then stage four was lap 75 because this race was always 75 laps. It's a tradition at this point. Anyway, stage two goes by kind of the same. Zach wins, but what I did start to notice was his stamina started to decrease, and Mom was like right on his ass the entire time. Stage three goes around. Mom pits after Zach. Zach pits early, and Mom actually overcutted him and really jumped him in the pits and got out and won the stage by a pretty comfortable margin. I mean, it's just stage three. It wasn't really a big deal. It was just the halfway point of the race. There was some rain in the area, kind of, from what I heard, but I think it dissipated right before it. So we were all good. Um, Stage three came around, and Zach got a hell of a restart, made a great pass around that curve in turns 5 and 6. If you've seen the track, you know what I'm talking about. And he got the lead and started to pull away, but like I said, his stamina started to affect him, and my mom was able to close right up back to his rear end, but once again, couldn't pass her. And Zach was just holding her up, keeping it straight, keeping it calm, and was just doing a really good job. Mom did get side by side, but Zach would not let her pass. "You shall not pass," he said. With around 15 to go, pit stops happened. Last pit stops of the season. Zach came out ahead. He cycled back to the front. And then we had two entertainment cautions. One with 10 to go, and another with 2 to go, like we did last season. Oh, it's championship race. And we've been doing throughout the past 2 seasons, which I do learn, like, it is a good idea, but 2 laps to go, it's kind of, overkill. Like, maybe 5 laps to go, throw a caution would be better, because then there'd be more, time. It'd seem more like more of a great finish, more great racing instead of just a green light checker for the championship back-to-back years. So next year it's going to be 5 to go, the last caution, but we'll see how that goes in about a year's time, since next year's championship is most likely going to be in the middle of August. So that is probably about 380 days from now. So We'll see how that is in about 380 days. But anyway, uh, so with 10 to go, like this is when people were around and got at its worst. It was at its worst point. 10 to go. Um, Zach got the lead, and Mom was really getting affected by it because she's blind. She can't really see. So she was braking a lot, and it really hindered her chance of getting a second championship. Zach was really pulling away, but we had that one more caution. It was the green white checker. And Zach took the lead going into turn one. Got out of the first couple of corners with the lead. Broke away from Mom. And at the white, he was leading Mom by a good 2-3 bike lengths. And on the last lap, it was all good for Zach. Mom caught up to him at the end, but Zach got the job done and won his first championship in a pretty dominant fashion. I mean, man's won 4 races. He won his first at Pulaski around the pool, which was an oval. The last 3 have been road courses. One at Sheridan, where he passed Denny on the final lap in what will most likely be Denny's best chance of winning. Kind of like a Ryan Sieg at Texas situation this year. And then Zach beat me for the July 4th Crown Jewel race last year. And he beat Mom for the July 4th Crown Jewel race this year, which also included the championship. So he's had a really good career. I mean, a championship guarantees you a Hall of Fame slot in this series, but I mean, you can get more wins. I mean, I can see the man finishing with 10 wins before this series is set and done. But yeah, it was a good season. Good season. I wouldn't call it great, but I'd say it was a good season. Really good season. I'm forgetting something that I wanted to say. Shit. But next year it's gonna be good. More new places, and even more new places the final year. But I'm just saying this series is gonna, end the year that I graduate, and what I'm trying to do is end it on my birthday weekend of my senior year of high school, which is it's a long time from now, which is good. I really don't want this series to end, but I have to start focusing on my life at some point, Like, I have to. Every life, school is first in my mind before, hanging out with friends and all that stuff. But I can still get my schoolwork done and race on Saturdays throughout the school year, which is what's going to happen next year. More races starting earlier, like starting late 2024 into 2025. It's going to be a long season, and then 2026 it's just going to be non-stop back-to-back races, just more of them. And then to try and finish it off in April of 2026, because my birthday is late April. Like, you guys will find out when my birthday is soon. I mean, hell, I won. I think it was the second race. It was the second race of the year. It was it was the third race of the year. That was my second win of the year. It was my last day of being 15 years old. I turned 16 that Monday, the next day. But yeah, that's a VBRS update. A schedule video will be coming out soon. Whenever, and that depends on NASCAR's schedule because I'm an avid race fan. I go to races, in the Wisconsin area because that's my home state, and then sometimes Indy. So around that area, Wisconsin, Indiana, Illinois, hopefully Michigan soon, hopefully. But another thing I'd like to update is he's been working at this so hard, and I was so glad he could make a championship race and finally win one. Because I knew how much that man wanted a championship, and now he finally has it. And hopefully he gets another, but I want another too. I don't want to end the first iteration of this with a championship drought of 5 years. I don't want that. That would honestly break my heart, to be honest. But I am prone to choking, anyways. But another thing I like to update is probably you're gonna see more of races being me, my mother, Denny, and then occasionally Zach, because I'm not a very popular person. I don't know many people, and people that I know, there's barely any that want to do this anymore. So, yeah, I've burned a lot of bridges in my life by just being myself, which sounds stupid, but it's the truth, unfortunately. So, there's not going to be many people that are going to be doing this. But, oh well, it is what it is. They don't like me because of some sort of reason, something that I do, and then other things was people got pissed off at me for really dumb reasons, but teenage minds, But the last non-racing thing I'd like to talk about is my injury. I dislocated my shoulder, and because I am so young, I'm going to be prone to dislocating it again in the future, which is unfortunate. It's a shame. And it was my right shoulder, popped all the way out. I'm feeling better. I've been riding my bike now. Before, when I couldn't do it, on championship day. I now can. I have done it the past 3 days. I've started to ride the bike again, and all is going well in the recovery so far. Need to do my PT exercises more, but besides that, everything's going all good. And the last thing that I'd like to talk about, it's the VBRS schedule. Hopefully, the schedule for the 2025 season will come out soon. I'm just waiting on NASCAR to drop their schedule. IMSA's got theirs taken care of. IndyCar's got theirs taken care of. NHRA's gotten theirs taken care of, which I'm hoping I go to the U.S. Nationals this year. I'd like to go to an NHRA race. Or Chicago. One of the two. But, we'll see. But that's all it's dependent on is the NASCAR schedule. I know the tracks. I don't know the order. I, of course, don't know the dates because I'm trying to not have race weekends in a collision course with races that I'll be going to with either my dad or my uncle, So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. There'll be a video on that hopefully soon, but NASCAR is prone to taking a long time with their schedules, which is respectable. But once they have their schedule out, expect a video on that fairly soon. But yeah, Zach's the champion. Feels weird to say, but I'm glad that he is, I thought he'd never get one, and he has one now. And hopefully it's not his last. And hopefully 2021 is not my last. It was a good season. dominated by me. Unfortunately, the injury ruined things. But there's a lot of really good moments this year, a lot of good battles. And then a new champion breaking through for his first win of the season, first championship, which is a good ending. A good ending. But hopefully next year it's even better. Let's see how it goes. That's it on 2024 Racing Recap, straight from Racer's Heart. Thank y'all for watching, and I hope y'all have a really great night here on this August 1st evening. That is it for this year. We'll see y'all in the fall. RV out. Peace for the last time of this first season of this series. Enjoy your night.